Hello everyone, it's Q, and here are some tips and tricks for Roblox Hypershot. I do ask that you guys please like and subscribe, and without further ado, let's get into the video. Now the first tip I suggest is to open your settings. When you just start the game, your FOV and sensitivity will be at a horrible setting. I suggest turning your sensitivity up and your FOV up as well. The music volume should be low or none, and the ADS sensitivity can be whatever you would like. These are my personal settings. If you'd like to copy them, go ahead. The second tip I want to talk about are weapons. Obviously, the first primary weapons you will get is the AK, MP5, shotgun, and the bolt sniper. I strongly believe that the best weapon for starting out is the AK or sniper. I believe the shotgun is not good, and the SMG is not that good either. Now, once you get on to the later game, I suggest skipping all of these ARs and going straight to one of these. Yes, they are extremely expensive, but the AK is good enough to do the grind. Now for tip number 3, your secondary. You start off with a pistol. Now this pistol is not very good, so if you are going to use a secondary, I recommend getting one pretty quickly. A good secondary to get is a Shadow Doomer. It's only 150,000 coins, and it's very accurate, and works like a revolver. Otherwise, if you have 49 Robux, or, I believe 250,000 coins, you can get these dual blasters. This is a very good option, and a very good secondary. Now, I do see a lot of people running the paintball gun. I personally do not own it, it costs 250,000, but it does look very good. Alright, so for tip number 4, we have abilities. Now the abilities really matter what gun you're using. For example, on my AR class, these are my abilities. This right here is a great ability. It gives you a shield that basically blocks any damage. I recommend this ability for any gun you use. Same with this grenade. This grenade will shoot you across the map very fast and very high. You can go through and look at the abilities and choose which ones you like the most, but for AR, I recommend Overdrive, and for Sniper, I recommend Auto Reload. Now for the 5th tip, I recommend getting a good crosshair. If you enter your settings, you can have any crosshair you want, including an image crosshair. Now I personally have my in-game crosshair off because I use Crosshair X, so if you already own Crosshair X, that is also a great option. Now for the important tip. The first important tip I have is to hold your melee. You run much faster when holding your melee weapon. For example, let's look at this comparison. AR, melee. AR, melee. It might not look like a big change, but the further you run, the bigger the change it is. And if you're using a heavier gun, like a sniper, you run even slower. The next important tip would be to slide. As you can see, when I slide, I get a giant movement boost, and you can also jump to get even more movement boost. One important thing about sliding is you can cancel your slide early. This might make enemies think you're going to continue sliding, but you stop, and they lose their tracking, or overall, you can have better movement. The next tip I can give you is to combo your slides. For example, if I want to go on this tree right here, I can slide off. I can combo my slides to get even more speed across the entire map. All you have to do is just jump. For example, if I want to use this, and I hit a tree or a rock, as you can see, I go super far because of the slide I did originally. For tip number 9, this one's super simple. I know I briefly mentioned it earlier, but you want to make sure you have good sensitivity. If you have too high sensitivity, you cannot track your enemy. If you have too low sensitivity, you cannot track your enemy. This means you want to find sensitivity that suits you just right. And by the way, sensitivity is different for everybody. I might have a good sensitivity for me, but your sensitivity might be different. Tip number 10 is also super simple. Just make sure you try out the guns you're using. This can be done in gun game, but if you're too lazy to go in gun game, that's okay. You could always buy a gun and try it out to see if you like it. And if you don't like it, just go back to the gun you were using before. What this means is that every gun is different. Every gun has different spread, different recoil, and just overall feels different. For example, on the gun I'm using right now, I cannot aim in. On the AK, you can. On the gun I'm using right now, there's not much spread at all. But on the AK, spread might be like this. My point is, just try out guns either before you buy them or after you buy them. That way you know how they feel and how to use them correctly. Tip number 11 is very similar to tip number 10, but instead of trying your weapons out, try your abilities out. This can be done multiple times per game because you have 3 abilities. For example, if I would have just got an ability, I could press the ability button, like this, and try it out. As you can see, this ability gives me increased fire rate, which is super good on AR, and it's super helpful if you don't know what it does. Now, we'll get on to more advanced tips. Tip number 12 is ability and sliding combos. What this means is, just like I showed you earlier, you can combo certain abilities to slide further and get extra movement. For example, if I throw down my grenade, it takes time to explode. But if I press the button to throw the grenade after throwing it, it will explode when I press the button, like this. So as you can see, I exploded on my own time. That way, I can go where I wanted, when I wanted. This is extremely useful if I were to throw it down and slide jump, because I can easily get to exactly where I want to land. This next tip is very important. For tip number 13, I'm going to show you how to get better aim and lots of coins at the exact same time. You're probably thinking, well, how do I do that at the same time? Pirate servers. Pirate servers and Hypershot are free, and they get full of bots. Right now, you might be thinking I'm playing with Tyrant Leader and Prodigy, but really, I'm in a server alone. Pirate servers are filled with AI, and each time you kill one, you still get coins, just like a normal server. Not just that, it's a great way to improve your aim against the AI. Although they might not be flying in the sky, they do move and play just like real players would. As you can see, they're jumping around just like a normal player would. And if I were to kill one, I still get coins. This is the easiest way and is a lot faster than playing duels or even normal lobby servers. Now for tip 14. This tip might not sound like the best, but it's actually extremely important. All I have to say is go for headshots. You might be thinking, oh, that's obvious, but headshots make a huge difference. As you see, I did 70 damage, but if I don't hit a headshot, I'm going to do 45 damage. This is a giant difference, especially in duels, because you're going to lose if you don't hit any headshots. Now for tip number 15. This one's extremely simple. Join my Discord. My Discord has my community, which there I host giveaways sometimes, maybe tournaments, and I'll play with you guys. What's better than playing with me? I know, right? I can have fun with you guys, and not just that, talk to you guys, and learn what you guys want to see. If you guys want more videos on Hypershot, let me know in the comments below. If you don't, still let me know in the comments below. I appreciate y'all watching. I'll see you guys next time.